Tired of unhealthy school lunches? Well, we are, and we want to see a change. Our first step was to contact our school lunch manager, Alana, who we assumed was in charge of our lunch choices. We asked for her opinion and whether or not there was any need for a change. Not surprisingly, she told us that she thought our school lunches were healthy enough and needed no change at all. We told her that we disagreed and asked if there was any way to make a change. She then informed us that she wasn't in charge of our choosing our menu, but instead the San Mateo Union High School District was actually in charge of our menus. We also asked if there was any information we could see about each meal, like a recipe book or a nutritional value sheet. She happily lent us the recipe book since everyone already memorized how to make each meal already. Let's look at some of the meal items. The chicken tenders that are offered to students as a food choice is filled with processed ingredients. In general, any kind of fried and breaded meat are deemed unhealthy. The curly fries are also unhealthy. As you can see, the calorie count is way too high for how much is given, and is filled with unhealthy fats. From here on out, we went down different roads.
After researching different lunch providers, including Choice Lunch and Revolutions Foods, I brainstormed new menu items and recipes to add, such as a turkey wrap and a healthy salad. Mr. Belzer said that the PTO does not have much of a say in terms of lunch-related programs, and mentioned that the site council would be a better organization to contact. We will collaborate with the site council members to see what we can do to promote student health.
I, on the other hand, did an online survey and advertised it to get a large sample of student opinions on the issue. From the results, I noticed a lot of things. First, I looked at how many people wanted to see a change and found out that only about roughly half of the people who took the survey wanted to see a change. This was kind of surprising because I felt that more people would want to change. But I also noticed that the people who wanted no change were 9th graders. Maybe it's because they couldn't compare it to our old menus. Second, I looked at what they wanted to change. There were stupid responses like some of them wanted ice cream and Chipotle in our cafeteria, but most of them were kind of reasonable. Most of them wanted better tasting food and to get their money's worth. Some of them went into depth and talked about the specific qualities of each meal. Like one of the students felt that the bread was too stale in the salad. In the end, we decided to work together. We decided to first gather student opinions on our school lunches. When interviewing students, we realized that some of them liked it, but the majority of them felt that there needed to be some kind of change. Just like the online survey, there were stupid responses, but for the most part, they were all reasonable. For example, this student here, a senior who worked in the cafeteria ever since freshman year, didn't like how there were way more junk food, like hamburgers and fries, than there were healthy food, like wraps and salads. He also mentioned that even the junk food tasted bad and that the lunches were overpriced and not worth the money. He didn't know how to make a change in our lunches, but happily supported our goals.
Our next step is to gather all the research we did and compress it into a presentation that we could present in front of people. Then hopefully we'll be able to schedule a meeting with Dennis J. Verisses, the district's nutrition manager, whom we were directed to by Alana. If we manage to do that, we hope that it will help point us in the right direction in order to make a change.